What is going on YouTube? What is going on collectors? Welcome to another episode of Comic Card Checklist, the channel where I provide you guys a checklist in the description. And today we are going to go over the 1994 Spider-Man Cookie Crisp. And this is pretty much a promo that you get from Cookie Crisp. If you purchase a box of cookies, you are able to get one out of the 6 cards that's included in the box. And there's another 6 that you could get as a mail-in redemption, but those are more rare than the ones you get in the box. But let's take a look at our advertisement here for the Spider-Man Cookie Crisp. And it looks like we have 2 of the cards here, I believe, are from what you could get from the box. I think this one and this one, and then the other 2 are from the part of the 6 card that you mail in. So let's read the ad. It says, get a free Spider-Man animated series trading cards in specially marked boxes of Cookie Crisp. And these exclusive cards feature animation style artwork, gold foil stamping, and a high gloss UV coating. So when they say the gold foil stamping, it does have a pretty nice gold stamp to it right there. And I forgot to turn on my light, so let me do that right now. There you go. I don't know if that's better, but where was I? So like I was saying, the gold foil right there, it's pretty nice. So I guess let's start with the year this came out. It was, you were able to purchase these boxes in 1994. And it's titled Spider-Man Cookie Crisp, and the manufacturer is Marvel Comics and also Ralston. So Ralston used to be a company that is not around anymore, and they were taken over by General Mills. So you guys wouldn't find any Cookie Crisp cereal boxes nowadays. But I think this is actually the box for the Cookie Crisp that you get, but I wasn't able to find any in real life, or any pictures of it or anyone having it. So the card size is the same, your typical 2.5 by 3.5 inch. And the card stock is also 20 point. It's very thin. And it's also a Marvel food promo type. So the theme of this card set is that they make it look like film strips. So in 1994, a Spider-Man animated series came out. And these are actually, like, I think they're trying to depict the Spider-Man animated series, like as far as the film, like to look like that in these cards. So the description of each character are given in the backs of the card. And then, like I said before, you obtain 6 of these cards by purchasing the box. You get a chance for 1 out of the 6 cards. When I was researching the odds for these, I think Peter Parker is the most rare, but I'm not really sure. The only reason I say that is because I found a uncut picture that someone is selling. And based off of that, I broke down like the amount of cards that the uncut we're producing. Actually, let me go to that right now. So I guess we'll go through the cards first, and then I could let you guys know which parts are the most rare cards, and then yeah, I guess let you guys know like what else I figure out after researching about this card set. Okay, so I guess we'll get started with the cards. Our first card is Doctor Octopus. It says frame 24. Also, another thing about this card set is that they're not numbered correctly. They're numbered by frame. So there's two ways I guess you could organize this. One is by name and one is by frame number. So I organized it by cards that you could get from the box and cards that you mail in. So the first 6 cards would be in like numeric order from 1 to whatever, and then the next set would be from 1 to whatever, the mail-in card. So and that's the way I have it ordered right now. So Doctor Octopus, and then let's read some of his bio. Dr. Otto Octavius was one of the world's leading authorities on nuclear radiation. A brilliant inventor and engineer, he sealed his fate when an invention he created to handle toxic materials, a computerized harness with robotic tentacle-like arms, became fused to his body in a freak lab accident. Mentally warped by his physical transformation, Doc Ock makes sure not to let Spider-Man out of his reach. So I think that was pretty much Spider-Man 2. They pretty much have his origin in that movie with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. But another thing to point out is the error that they have here, where it says Ralston, but they spell it with an O. So all of the cards are misspelled. It's supposed to say Ralston and not Ralston. But yeah, you get Cookie Crisp. And I was also researching if this card set tied to any other card set. I think it's just tied to the animated series. So and then I was thinking maybe if the film reels are associated with the frame, but since Peter Parker and I think like one of the origins was like a lot later, so I don't think they're in order either. So I couldn't figure out why the frame number is the way they are. I couldn't like I couldn't figure anything out out for that to let you guys know. So then we got Green Goblin, frame 112. And Harry Osborn is one of Peter Parker's fellow students at Empire State University and a rival for Mary Jane's attention. He is the son of a wealthy industrialist, Norman Osborn, the original Green Goblin. Harry's father assumed that the warped identity of the Green Goblin when a freak lab accident caused him to lose his sanity, but gained intelligence and Spider-Man for an enemy. So another freak accident from a lab. I feel like most of Spider-Man's enemies are like freak lab accidents. Definitely true for Dr. Octavius, Green Goblin, the Lizard, maybe even more Morbius. Is that all of it? Yeah, those are the some that I could think off the top of my head. So we have Peter Parker, frame 117. The card that I was gonna say was one of the rarest based on the uncut sheet that I found, but that might not be true. So, but I'll explain it to you guys in a little bit. So here we have Peter Parker is a college student and freelance photographer for the Daily Bugle. He's also a part-time superhero as Spider-Man, the hardworking publisher of the Bugle and CEO of J3 Communications is J. Jonah Jameson. J3 Communications? I thought J. Jonah Jameson worked in I guess I, I'm thinking like Daily Bugle, or yeah, not because Daily Planet is Superman. So yeah, I think it was Daily Bugle where he worked at, but I guess it's J3 Communications. J. Jonah Jameson. Parker's hot-headed boss. Also on staff at the Bugle are Betty Brant and Gloria Grant, both bright administrative assistants and good friends to Peter. Yeah, I still don't know who Betty Brant is and Gloria Grant. But I guess they were around in like the 90s or something. Frame 321, you got Spider-Man hanging out on a wall. Peter Parker accidentally gained superpowers when the bite of a radioactive Spider-Man transformed him into Spider-Man. He has web shooters, spider sense, and the knowledge that with great power comes great responsibility to guide him through one sticky adventure after another. So yeah, like I was saying to you guys earlier, if this was based off of like frame number in the suspended animation TV show, there's no way, you know, Doctor Octopus would be frame 24 and frame 112 would be Green Goblin. And then he's just getting his powers at frame 321 or something. But yeah, I don't know. Not really sure why. I think they just assigned those numbers randomly for because it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, this one is, next card is the Shocker, frame 224. You'll get a jolt of this X Street Thug. The Shocker is super strong and uses vibro shock power to knock out his foes and destroy anything that gets in his way. You can bet that Spider-Man gets a kick out of him every time they meet. So Shocker has actually not been played. I was gonna say he was played by Jamie Foxx, but that's definitely not Shocker, and that's Electro. So yeah, I don't think the Shocker has actually been played in film yet. What's that? Our 6th card? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one more card, and then we will be on our redemption card set. So these are the more rare ones, the last 6 cards, which you have to, I'm assuming you have to provide money, and either it's free and some money, or with proof of purchases. So it could be free with 3 or 4 proofs of purchase, or it could be like, I don't know, like $7.99 with 2 or 3 proofs of purchase, something like that. But not really sure, because this happened 95, 94, 2004, 2014, 2024, like 30 years ago. So a lot of things has happened since then. So anyway, we got Venom at frame 381, and I'm also not sure if the frames connect with each other or it's just looped to another one. But from the looks of it, it looks like it just loops from the same exact frame on each side. So you see a little bit of the edge of this one here, and then the edge of this one here. So I guess it doesn't really connect. Yeah, see one here, the edge, and then this one is on the edge. So this would be our 6 redemption cards. And we got Kraven the Hunter. I'm actually excited to see, I think I saw a preview of him in one of the movies. I forgot what it was. But yeah, I saw like a quick glance, and I already forgot. It might have been titled Kraven the Hunter. Let's see. It says Russian Sergei Kravinov was a safari guide in Africa until hunting became illegal. It was in Africa that he fell in love with Dr. Mariah Crawford, who developed a miracle serum made from native plants. Sounds like another origin of Black Panther, using plants. When Sergei was attacked by wild animals, Maria used the serum to save his life, but at an unexpected cost of becoming animal-like. Spider-Man became Kraven's enemy when he tried to prevent the beastly man from taking Mariah back to Africa against her will. Alright, and then we have Mary Jane Watson here, frame 11. And here it says, Mary Jane Watson is the beautiful, energetic redhead who lives with her aunt next door to the Parkers. She dreams of becoming a star someday. Peter's Aunt May and the late Uncle Ben raised him as their own son, and Aunt May continues to deliver love and good advice without knowing just how super Peter really is. Alright, we got Mysterio. I was about to say Rey Mysterio for some reason. I associate him with the wrestler. This is frame 885. And it says, Quentin Beck is a master of illusion and special effects who left a movie career in Hollywood behind to pursue a life of crime. When Beck failed to pull off a stunt dressed as Spider-Man, the real web swinger saved the day and ruined Beck's. As the sinister Mysterio, Beck's hatred for Spidey is no illusion. And yeah, he was played by... Ooh, I forgot the actor already. And one of the... I think the second Spider-Man, Far From Home. I think that was a pretty good movie. I like the way they made Mysterio there. So here is our next one, Scorpion. I wonder if Scorpion had an origin like the other animals too. So Mac Gargan was a private detective hired by J. Jonah Jameson to get the scoop on Spider-Man. When Gargan participated in a genetic experiment, another experiment conducted by Dr. Farley Stillwell, he found himself transformed into a humanoid with scorpion-like abilities. As a scorpion, he wears a costume equipped with cybernetically controlled mechanical tail. So I'm starting to guess the theme of Spider-Man is that don't have scientific experiments on random animals, because I guess it'll turn you into a half animal. Alright, so we got the Kingpin, the big bald bad guy who looks like a sumo wrestler is really a brilliant but corrupt businessman and criminal mastermind. The Kingpin controls the criminal underground of Manhattan. Even though he's extremely strong and skilled in martial arts, he hires shady crooks to do most of his dirty work and try to eliminate Spider-Man. Wilson Fisk. He is actually in the Daredevil franchise more than I've seen him in the Spider-Man franchise. I think he's I don't know if he was, the rights for him was purchased by like the Daredevil franchise. Not really sure, but yeah, I don't think he was in Daredevil, the one with Ben Affleck, and then he was on a TV show as well with I can't remember exactly now, but I think it was one of the Defenders. It was a Netflix show, like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago now. But yeah, they had, and then the newest Daredevil show, which I haven't seen yet, I think he was also there. So we got the Vulture. This Vulture actually looks like the young Vulture instead of like the old looking Vulture. But let's see what it says in the back. So Adrian Toombs left a career in electronics to build an electromagnetic anti-gravity harness that allows him to fly and increases his strength so much the better to commit crimes and hover over his enemy Spider-Man. The Vulture uses his invention to seek revenge against his foes and to make the skies very unfriendly for Spidey. Okay. But yeah, I'm not even sure if his name was Adrian Toombs. So this was also Spider-Man? Was it Far From Home, or I can't remember exactly which Spider-Man now. I'm mixing up like all of the Homecoming and the Far From Home and whatever the other one was, or No Way Home or something. But yeah, I guess in this one he's an engineer and he made an anti-gravity weapon. I guess that's along the line of the movie as far as like origin and stuff. But he looks young on this one. They tend to make him look like really like a lot older. Um so anyway, the other part I wanted to show was the, of course I don't have it, and it's a uncut sheet, which is, you guys could see right there. And I already put which cards are included in this checklist in the description, so you guys could see exactly which card is what. So I also for the redemption cards or the redemption set, there's only 2 of them each on the bottom right there. Those are your redemption cards, and only 2 for each one, except for Vulture, which is there's 10 vultures. And then the rest of the other cards, there's 14 of each one, except for the Peter Parker. So like I said earlier, this one, the Peter Parker one, is the most rare out of all of them, just because they're Vulture and Peter Parker, there's 10 of each one on this. But then, you know, all the redemption, there's 2 of each, and then every other card, ooh, every other card is 14 cards each. So yeah, but anyway, I wrote that on the description, so if you guys aren't understanding anything, I have everything written down in the description, explaining all of this stuff. If I can't explain it to you guys in words, the description definitely has all the information. And I guess the last thing I wanted to, oh, and here is the back. And the last thing I wanted to show you guys was the what else, other stuff I put in my description, which is the price, popularity, and rarity. So for price, I just have this as 1 check mark out of 5. For popularity, I have it 2 out of 5. I don't think it's that popular. And yeah, the price I put as 1 out of 5, because 1 check mark out of 5, because it's a pretty cheap set. I think you could get it for at least the first 6 is cheaper. I'm assuming the last 6, which is the redemption cards, are a little bit more pricey because they're more rare, like you guys saw in the uncut sheet. And rarity, I think it's just like a 1 check mark out of 5, because I don't think it's that rare. I think I just looked on eBay and I saw a lot. So yeah, I think that was everything I could figure out for this card set. So as always, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.